Hey, everybody. This is Andy Haynes. I am a comedian and football fan, and I've been so my entire life. And this is Absolute Worldie. This is the Absolute Worldie show. And we're going to talk about football in a way that no one else is, which is we're going to hate on stuff and we're going to publicly be negative. A lot of American football content is just so positive. Everybody's just like vibing out and just like feeling themselves, and they're so ecstatic about just like the San Jose earthquakes and Salt Lake. There's people that are actually excited about Real Salt Lake. There's an entire fan base that is stoked off of the Minnesota whatever the fuck they are. And that's not this show. We'll give props where props are due. I know that there's some good players out there in the MLS, but that's not what we're doing here. We're hating on stuff. I'm joined by my very talented producer, Rudy Crown, who's one half of Hermanos FC, and he'll be making appearances, but mainly it'll be me talking shit about American football and praising the beautiful game in general, but really probably alienating myself from a lot of professional opportunities that I would have otherwise. But I just can't do it. I can't stomach it. I can't act like the TST tournament is like just like dope, like I can't vibe out like that. I mean, I'm happy for everybody. I'm glad that JJ Watt paid 20 grand or whatever to get owned by a group of community college professors from Trinidad. I think that's dope. I think that's great that, they're probably raising money for a good cause. But, yeah, I mean, we don't even have relegation, and we don't have promotion and relegation. You can be the very worst team in the MLS. No consequences. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I like Europe. I like South America. I like some other places. But mainly I like Arsenal FC, the greatest football club in history. Rudy has brain damage, so he's a big Tottenham fan, which is great. I think that's good for him that he's able to like something, and not have to be delivered food by an elderly person that does this now that they're retired. Because that's when I hear, oh, I'm a Tottenham fan, I'm like, oh, that's great that you that somebody wipes your butt. I think that's so good that somebody wipes your butt every day and you can be a Tottenham fan. Absolute Worldie is the only American football show that is going to say the word football, first of all. And second, talk some shit, have some fun, really get into the culture of football in a way that most Americans don't, because like I said, it's this big love fest that doesn't make any sense. We're not that good. I don't know if you guys checked in. We're great at the military industrial complex and economy. We're really good at that. Capitalism, colonialism, war, empire. Great. Football, we look like we're going to war. That's what we look like. We bomb the ball and then we occupy space. And I just don't, there's nothing beautiful about it. There's nothing, I don't even want to get into it, but that's what this show is. The show is for realistic American football fans, and we're going to be joining you weekly. I'm really excited about the Euros. I think that's obviously the tournament of the summer. I feel bad for all my players who have just gotten done with probably the lengthiest season of all time. I mean, like, you're looking at European football, especially like an English player, they're playing for their team in the league. They're playing the FA Cup. They're playing the Carabao Cup. They're playing the John Stones Trophy Cup. They're probably playing an inter-European championship. On top of that, they're probably going to have to do some bullshit tour. Like, what was it? Newcastle and Chelsea just had to go to Perth, Australia. That they just got done. And they're coming back here in a week to play for their country. And they're going to play a whole month-long tournament. And that, that they have war exhibition games. They get no rest. And it's great for me. It's great for the fans. But it just is like the most, any other sport, the player would just collapse on the field. I'm surprised that more players don't. I'm surprised we don't have Christian Eriksen's every single year, because it's insane. That made sense. That's what your body's supposed to do when you play a schedule like that. Your body's, right now, if my body was told next week you have to play 3 games of soccer and one of them is in Qatar, I would die. My body would just say, we've had a good run. My body would, even an elite athlete like me, my body would go, nope. But I'm really excited for Europe. Honestly, I know it's very Pollyannish, and I think that it's probably dumb, but I'm going to root for England because I worked in England. I worked in lower leagues football for a year, and I got very involved emotionally in British football, and I really like that team. I like Saka. I like Declan. I like even like some of the, I even like Harry Kane once in a while, as long as he's not shooting a penalty to stay in the fucking World Cup. But I think it's going to be an exciting tournament. There's some real like dark horses. Like I think Hungary is back in it after like 40 years or something like that. Like it's like there's some really like competitive teams. Slovenia is in there. Croatia, obviously. I think even like some super rare ones like Georgia, lowest, Albania, Poland, Serbia, Scotland. Man, they're throwing the entire Eastern curtain just behind. They're saying you guys are still the USSR. That's what they're saying. So they're saying France to win it. Portugal is Cristiano. I think Cristiano. He won the last one, right? Well, I mean, yeah, I think he's too old. But I'm going to be doing a video every day as a preview for that next day's Euro Championship. We're gonna follow all the countries from the former Soviet bloc to those beautiful Western countries where they have Wi-Fi and Starbucks. I think they have Wi-Fi and Starbucks in all those countries. I'm just being a jerk. I don't know. Georgia might not. Georgia. Why are you confusing us with your state name? But anyways, I'm going to be doing that every day. I'm going to be doing a preview for the Euros. I'm going to be covering the week's games on my YouTube. And this is the show. It's just going to be fun. I'm going to be joined by comedic friends who are also football fans. I'm going to be joined by football fans in general. We're just going to talk a bunch of shit. We're going to have a lot of fun. And I'm probably going to just really like alienate a lot of people that would probably otherwise work with me in the football space. But I don't really care. That's the show. Welcome to Absolute Worldie. I'm Andy Haynes. We'll see you soon.